The Pintastic Girls!
Hi, I'm Bethany, and welcome to The Pintastic Girls! Well, it's just me today. I am making a recipe today that I thought would be best to make without the girls because I am using a fryer. So, for safety concerns, I thought it would just be a good idea for me to just make this recipe. I am so excited because today, if you can see from my little Minnie Mouse bow and Minnie Mouse shirt, that I am making a Disney copycat recipe. Any guesses on what I'm going to be making today? Well, what I'm going to be making today is called a cronut. That's the nickname. The official name is a croissant donut, and these can be found in Epcot in the refreshment port, which I believe is right in the beginning of World Showcase when you go towards the Canadian side, which is to the right. This is something I've never tried before, but I've seen them many times. I've seen videos of vlogs, Disney vlogs of people eating these, and they look absolutely delicious. So I'm so excited to make these today. If you've never seen this donut before, I have a picture I'll insert right now. And this picture is from my friend Heather from gingeronmainstreet, and she has an amazing Instagram account. So follow the link below and follow her account. She has the most incredible Disney style that you will ever see. So go give her a follow and tell her that I sent you. So this recipe is actually what they consider a cheat recipe. We're not fully making the dough. If we were to fully make the dough, it would take a very long time. And from my knowledge of watching the Great British Bake Off show, that to make the flaky layers that are in this donut, you need to make a pastry, and then you put butter in it in the different layers, and you fold it, and then you put it in the freezer, and then you have to put another layer and put the butter in and fold it, and it's just a very long process. So today we are using puff pastry sheets, and these can be found in your frozen food section of your grocery store, which is usually, I found this by the frozen fruit and frozen desserts. So let's get this box open. I have my floured surface here, and you're going to want to defrost this puff pastry dough for 40 minutes before you start working with it. And I forgot to say in the beginning of the video that this recipe that I found was on Pinterest, and I'll link it down below on our Pinterest page, and it's mommymouseclubhouse.com. So you're going to take your sheets, and I got a little coupon, wish I can send it to one of you, and you're going to unfold them and put them on a floured workspace and take out these little pieces of parchment paper. And then you're going to get one egg that you are going to beat. And then you're going to paint on the top of each puff pastry with the egg. Okay, and once you have the eggs painted on, you're going to fold them back up the way they came, like a letter. So you're going to fold the one side in, and then the other side, and do that for both sheets. Okay, next I'm going to take these sheets and put them on a cookie sheet lined with parchment paper, and then we are going to stick them in the freezer for 10 to 15 minutes. And I wanted to let you know, I forgot to say this at the beginning of the video, that we have an awesome giveaway going on right now. So make sure you go after this video is over and you check out a few videos down where it says huge giveaway, and that runs till March 31st, and find out all the details, and it's very easy to enter. So I'm going to put these in the freezer for 10 minutes, and I'll be back in a snap. Well, I am back. The puff pastry is still in the freezer, but while we wait for that, I want to prepare the fryer. So what I have here is called a Fry Daddy. I bought this on Amazon. It was only $23, and I'll link it in our Amazon Associates account down below if you're interested in buying it. The good thing about it is it keeps the oil at a perfect temperature, and it keeps it from splashing and splattering, which is a great safety thing to have. Another great thing about it is that it is small and only holds a quart of oil per batch, or per whatever you're making, which is just one of these quarts of oil. I have canola oil here. You could also use vegetable oil, but you're gonna pour it in your fryer. They also have a fryer that is, I'm not really sure the name. I think it's like Grandpappy. It's not called Grandpappy, but maybe it is. But it's like a grandfather name. The bigger one, it's great for frying more things or bigger things. But then in the long run, you do have to put more oil into it. So you're spending more money in the long run when you're buying your oil. So we're gonna let this heat up. Right here, I have a sheet pan prepared with a wire rack and some paper towels underneath. And then I'm going to prepare the cinnamon and sugar. Okay, so what you're gonna need is a pie plate or some kind of shallow plate where you can mix your cinnamon and sugar inside. In the bowl right now, I have probably about 3/4 cup of sugar in here. And then I have my cinnamon, and you're gonna kind of just add it. You kind of want to have a ratio of more sugar and less cinnamon, but you can kind of eyeball it in the glass. And I personally think the best way to find out if you have the best ratio is to taste it. So it's a good idea just to kind of dab a finger in, give it a little taste, and that's perfect. You don't want it to have too much cinnamon because then you kind of ruin your whole recipe. So we're gonna put this to the side over here. Okay, oh, there we go. Our puff pastry is done, so let me go get it. Okay, next you're going to need a donut cutter. I got this one on Amazon as well, and I'll link it down below if I could find it and put it in the Amazon Associates account. But I have an issue. The cutter is a little bit too big for the puff pastry sheets. I have a little bit that will not go on here. So the solution is a roller. So I already did one. I'm just gonna spread it out a teeny tiny bit so that I will get that full donut shape. Okay, well that did the trick, and now it is time to cut the donuts. So I'm gonna take my little donut cutter here. So I'm guessing the size I got was a little bit too big. I think the one I got is a 2.5 inch. I'll write it right here. I don't remember. But let's see here how many donuts we can get. Okay, so I got 4 perfect circled donuts, and then some that are kind of 3/4 donuts, and then I have some donut holes. So I'm actually going to use all the stuff and all the scraps, but for just the donut part, we're just going to use the nice full ones. So let's start here. Make sure you have a timer so you can time each side, because it will look cooked on the outside, but it might not be cooked fully on the inside. We're gonna cook each one about 2 to 3 minutes. We're gonna do 3 minutes. It seems like when I've made things in the past that the longer time is the better time, but we will see. And let's put the first one in. Okay, next you're going to take it out, and then you're going to put it in the pan with all the cinnamon and sugar and sprinkle it all over. So this came out amazing. It looks perfect, and I'm gonna fry up some more now. Okay, this one's done, and I'm going to take it out. here. And this one puffed up a little bit, so it doesn't look as pretty as the first one. So again, we're going to sprinkle the cinnamon and sugar all on top. And I ended up cooking these for 2 minutes on each side. 3 minutes was a little bit too long. I noticed at the 2-minute mark that it started getting crispy, and I don't think you really want a really crispy donut. So the 2 minutes was perfect. And also, after looking at these, I don't think you'd want these any smaller. So I don't think you would really want to use a smaller donut cutter. I think the best solution to this is when you first take out your puff pastry, once you unfold it, you should take your roller and maybe roll it out to make it big enough to fit the actual cookie cutter. And I think that would be a better solution to the problem. So I think maybe I should try one of these. What do you think? Give it a little taste test. Okay guys, I'm gonna give it a try. This is nice and warm and right out of the fryer. I don't think I've ever had a fresh donut like this before. So let's see. That is good. It's very delicious. Wow, that's good. Now, after trying it, I do think I might cook it that extra minute because the inside is cooked, but I think it might need to be cooked a little bit more. So my next batch going through, I'm going to try the 3 minutes, and I think that might come out a little bit better, but this is delicious. It's amazing. Super simple because you just buy the puff pastry dough. You know, it's very limited ingredients, so it's very inexpensive to make. You know, only makes a few donuts, but you could also fry up the donut holes and make those as well. So I give this recipe, I would say I'd give it an A-. Only not for taste. Taste is A++, but only because the cookie cutter did not fit to the size. In pictured, it looks like the donut is about this size in the picture. It's not any smaller. Guys, what do you think? What do you think of this cronut? Have you had a cronut before? Let me know down below. And this is something that you could also buy at Disney, and at home you could serve it with a scoop of vanilla ice cream on top, which I think I might do later. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe, and please hit that bell, ding, and that will notify you whenever we upload a new video. You can also find us on Instagram, on Facebook, on Pinterest, like I said before, and Twitter, where we share all kinds of things. We share pictures of all kinds of crafts and other baking recipes. I've been really into making Disney Copycat recipes lately, and I don't share them here, but I'll show pictures of them on Instagram and Facebook, and in my Instagram stories I'll do a little play-by-play. So make sure you come follow us there and join in all the fun. And remember that giveaway that we have going on. So right after this is over, make sure you go and find that giveaway. I'll link it at the very end. And I hope you have a fabulous day, everybody. Bye!